We begin our team coverage tonight from the scene of one of the confirmed tornadoes. Our Mark Soliday and John Stalen are in Venango Township near Wattsburg with a look at the damage and reaction from the National Weather Service. Gentlemen, good evening.
Yeah, we're here on Noyle Road. Folks still cleaning up here. In fact, there are some folks, Mark, just walking up the driveway recently with more food in their hand. This community has been outstanding about helping out these folks here. Again, just to give you, a little backup, just about an hour ago, the National Weather Service, who was here earlier and you met with them, declared this an F2 tornado. It's the strongest tornado in Erie County since 1997, the one that hit Union City. So an F2 tornado winds 111 to 135 miles an hour, and no doubt this cleanup's going to take a long time. And you were here earlier today. You could see a little improvement, but they got a lot of work to do.
There's certainly a lot of work to do, and work was certainly on the minds of those two meteorologists that I met with earlier today from the National Weather Service over in Cleveland, Freddie Ziegler and Jim Sullivan. One a veteran, one a new guy, but I did get a chance to kind of talk to them about, when is it straight line winds? Is it a tornado? What exactly are they looking for? This is what they told me.
What we're kind of looking at is we see debris thrown in a bunch of different directions. Trees are snapped in a bunch of different directions, which lets us know it probably isn't a straight line wind damage.
Where it touched down, where it initially touched down, and where it lifted, how strong the tornado was. Looking at damage indicators in my software on my phone. I'm looking at barns, I'm looking at homes, I'm looking at trees, softwoods, hardwoods. I'm looking at different things to give me an indication of how strong that tornado was.
Now, here is a perfect example. When you hear us say, stay away from windows, get out of your car, find a sturdy building when there's a tornado around, look at that. Those are just two pieces of wood that went through the front windshield. They stopped, luckily. Obviously, if someone was in the car, that would have been over. But just to the right there, you can see what went through where the driver would be, too. So you can see those little sticks, little pieces of wood, Mark, went right through the windshield. And this is why we tell you, stay away from windows, get to that interior room, because if you watched our Facebook Live earlier, we had a piece of wood that went through steel.
Yeah, we have seen incredible displays of Mother Nature's power in, unfortunately, a situation like this. Thankfully, no lives lost, but boy, a lot of property damage here on Noyle Road.
Yeah, you talked to a lot of folks earlier on today that were out here. What was the sense, the community and the spirit
There was
here?
a lot of talk about the response last night. A couple hundred people basically in the dark trying to help the family here get done what they could at that hour. And then today, that response basically continuing. A lot of folks were saying that, we're talking to folks who live very close by, saying they didn't really hear or see anything, of the sort. So we're kind of getting a sense that, these things can hit one area and, maybe 100 feet away, things are unscathed. And that's, is kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is. Just a couple 100 yards away, you got a house that's perfectly pristine right there. Across the road, the garage next to the house is demolished, but the house is standing fine. It shows you the power of nature. And of course, when we tell you to get in, maybe it doesn't hit you, but it could. And that's what a lot of folks were telling me. It's like, I was listening, nothing happened to me, thankfully, but I was downstairs and I was worried. And when you see this, if you come out here, which they don't really want you to, but if you come out here, you're going to see mass devastation from just spinning air.
And it happened in a minute, maybe.
A fraction. Tornadoes don't stay on the ground very long. They get about a path, normally about 100 feet. They're not on the ground, usually less than a minute. And see the damage they can do, not only ruining properties, but ruining people's lives. And thankfully, no one was injured yesterday.
Lots of stories of close calls from some of the folks who live in this Wattsburg Township neighborhood. But boy, again, thankfully, no human lives lost.
Yeah, we're going to have more, of course, on the cleanup here and the aftermath of the tornado out here on Noyle Road in the 5:30 hour as well. So again, we'll toss it back to you in the studio.